County Board Chairman Jay Fisette outlined his priorities and answered some questions during the State of the County address. Present were members of Arlington's business community and civic leaders. What follows are some excerpts from the address and reaction to it.
Arlington's in better shape than most places around the region, or certainly around the country, and a few pieces of data points. Associated Press ranked Arlington as the number 14 least economically stressed county in the U.S. That's looking at the impact of foreclosures, unemployment, and bankruptcy. But it was not our view that because the economy was slowing down was the time to stop development. In fact, as many of you know, construction costs are at an all-time low. There is major savings to be had on many of these projects by moving forward now. We got some stimulus money, depending on how it works out, somewhere between 19 million and 29 million that benefits our community. While other places are losing jobs, we created more than 5,000 jobs during the recession from 2007 to 2009. The AAA bond rating is reaffirmed. All of our public high schools still rank in the top 0.5% in the country. We have a low crime rate, and we have the lowest real estate tax rate of any major jurisdiction in the Washington metropolitan region. There's been a 49% increase in the number of new business licenses issued between January 2010 and January 2009.
During the question and answer session, Chairman Fisette defended the county's ongoing lawsuit with the federal government over proposed high-occupancy toll lanes, also known as hot lanes, in the I-95-395 corridor.
It is absolutely reasonable to expect a full, comprehensive analysis, environment, traffic impact analysis of a project where you're taking a public right-of-way and for 80 years handing it over to a private company. There are a lot of people that would say your whole goal is just to stop it. And I will tell you that is not the case. Our goal is not to stop this at any cost, but it is also not to let it move forward at any cost without the information needed. So we are perfectly capable and willing of dropping the lawsuit when the parties that we have the lawsuit against decide that they're willing to take those questions seriously and do the kind of analysis that would be required of any other project.
He also explained why there was no need for a referendum on the planned streetcar along Columbia Pike.
The Columbia Pike streetcar, and I'll tell you very briefly why I support it, is not something we would go to the public for a referendum unless, of course, we needed general obligation bonds to make it happen, and we don't anticipate we will, but you don't know. And I support it, which I think is the key question you're asking, because I have seen around the country light rail, streetcar, enhanced contemporary streetcar is coming back. There are lots and lots of cities in America and around the world that are reinvesting in the streetcar system that they once had that has since been removed. This is not an isolated rail line, light rail line from Fairfax, Seminary Road down through Pentagon City. That would be the first in Arlington. We would then go down through Potomac Yard. Ultimately, Fairfax across King Street to connect to the metro system. We don't have enough money in this region to expand the heavy rail system. Light rail is much less expensive, but ultimately, regionally, intertwines with the existing transit system and multiplies its use and effectiveness. Some of the things that I think we put in the easily a success column are affordable housing, 140 housing units at Buckingham Village, 111 at Buchanan Gardens on Columbia Pike. We will open the Artisphere, the Cultural Center in Roslyn, this fall. The Shushan Company broke ground on a new DARPA building in Ballston. We are moving ahead with Arlington Mill, and we've broken ground on Long Bridge Park. And we named a new county manager, and we launched an initiative to engage this community in creating a community energy plan.
I think we're going to try and look at what they're doing on energy efficiency and work it into our Habitat project at South Glebe Road and 17th Street, where we're building 12 affordable units there.
Business generally is to look at things in one way, and county sometimes is in a different way. Businesses are generally looking to We maximize profits, where we can.
Private interests oftentimes will differ from the public interest, but I think generally speaking, Arlington is sort of a constructive jurisdiction.
We heard a lot about transportation. We heard a lot about Metro and how that impacts things from everything from commuting to where we locate jobs to businesses. It's very interrelated. So those are some of the things that I heard us talk about this morning.
He did a wonderful job to give us some positive feedback for the next fiscal year, and I think we're all looking forward to keeping Arlington in the top percentage that it always is.
I think people were very glad that there were some difficult questions asked of the chairman, and I think they were pleased that he responded directly and didn't seem to circumvent them. It also became pretty clear that there's still many works in progress.